Genesis 4:7. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it. This sentence, I kind of like pay attention to the word master it. You know, master, we always think of the current translation, modern translation is that, oh, you control it, you're good at it. But that time master is, I have someone work for me, under me. I have a slave, I have disciples, I have people work under me. So I'm mastering a wolf, I'm mastering a tiger. So the sin is same thing. If the sin is crouching outside the door, there is a wolf outside my yard. All I can do is either kill it or use it as my slave. So I can use it. So right here, my thought is, firstly, God tell Cain, you didn't do the right way. Why? You didn't control yourself. You didn't control your emotion. You didn't, you show the downcast, you show the face, right? You need to control emotion. So because that, so you didn't get accepted. Also, another thing is, why are you angry? You shouldn't angry for this kind of things, this kind of one loss. You should find some way else to release your anger instead of just angry, just change your face. When God said the sin is crouching outside the door, no, sin is not attack you yet. Sin just outside, which means there is a potential, something you can do. It's not happened yet. And it may consider like sin kind of like wild animal, because only farm animal you can eat, you can farm, you can do all kinds of things. But wild animal, you need to hunt, you need to control it. So there is some methods you need to take control. You need to do it by yourself with the courage, take a little risk. Well, here I feel the conspiracy. Really, that's all I can feel, because think about it. God can predict everything, but he knew everything from the very far beginning. So based on Cain's brother Abel, his name Er, which means all Abel will do is just going to nothing. Er. So that's what I sense. God tried to. He loves Cain. I think he loves Cain. Otherwise, he won't talk that much to Cain, right? And I don't think he's gonna try to correct Cain's activity. He wants Cain to make a selection and see what's the consequence. And at this point, Abel is just a test guinea pig. That's what I can tell. Genesis 4:8. Now Cain said to his brother Abel, let's go out to the field. And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. After Cain talked with God, right, and he gained some kind of decision, and he self-examined himself about his style. Why you change your face? You have a downcast, right? Why are you angry? So he told his brother, let's go to the field. Well, don't you think Abel is dumb enough if he sensed that Cain gonna kill him? No. Don't you think Abel will go with a angry man? A very angry man, right? No, I don't think so. So at this point, Abel was I highly believe is deceived, because I think Abel is more like should I say nerd, yeah, more nerd, naively believed Cain will need to talk to him some or make a trade, and he's too smart. He just think about, he made a separation, made all the firstborn, made oil. He think that he's so good, so smart. He never thought about something else. But Cain, through the conversation, he noticed, as a high leader, a power control person, you need to control your emotion, you need to control your temper, and something you might need to solve brutally or under table. Nobody knows. That's, I think, Cain gained from that conversation. So when they go to the field, Cain attacked his brother and killed him. It didn't say Cain killed him. It said attacked him and killed him. That's different, because if Cain just wants to kill Abel, that probably just killed. But I think Cain at the beginning probably just tried to release his anger, not in front of people, in the field. But Cain, think about it, Cain is strong, very strong. He's a farmer and he's a spear, he's a hunter, right? He has strength, he has a speed, everything. And so I think he has more fighting skill than Abel, because all Abel does is herding the sheep. So maybe he can use some whip or something, but you can't fight with Cain. So maybe Cain's couple blunt hit made Abel just bleeding or whatever, then eventually kill. So it's not first degree premeditated murder, homicide. It's probably manslaughter. That's what I say. Probably manslaughter, killed by the manslaughter, I guess. So that's the first human crime. But does God know everything? Yes, he knew everything from very far beginning. If as a church or theology, they all taught about God know from the time, outside time, whatever, why he didn't stop this? He let this crime happen. Also, I think this crime is directly instructed under his hint. Same like all humans sin, directly tempted under the serpent. So it's heaven actually, they are play our life, play all the things, our mind, the left and the right. Here I have to question, why Cain beat and killed his brother Abel? I mean, you must be beat hard, right? Beat maybe not once, probably, because back that time human are pretty tough. Even Abel is still like tougher than most of people right now. So he might beat him like multiple times to kill him. So why Cain has to use such method to solve the issue? I think it's still related with very far beginning Adam, his the uncomfortableness being alone. And another thing is the metaphor from God. Because remember, at the beginning, God see Adam himself not good, right? It's not because of the sex desire caused Adam get frustrated. Actually, the loneliness, the sex desire, those things will make him doing something not good to the animal, also not good to him. And the emotion he released or the behavior he will do, it will sabotage the plan, the original plan. So God has to create a woman, release his sex desire to help him release his loneliness. That's the point. So I have to say, the brutal force, it's already exists within Adam. Matter is the time, matter is the condition to release it. Why? Because the brutal force is at the beginning. When God said there is a need to be light, so you separate the light from the dark. It's not tender, gentle, nicely. It's a brutal force. The condition is when God cruise over the space, you hold it, hold your desire, hold those kind of willing for a while, then release it. So such things, it's already existing in us. You can't blame Cain because something just deeply within him. Matter is how to let it out. And I believe God, his metaphor actually is the trigger. Because when God say, okay, if you do the right, that will be fine. If you don't not do the right, then you not make happy. Also, there is sin is crouching outside the door. I don't think Cain is highly educated, and he doesn't understand God's metaphor. When God talk about sin is crouching outside the door, the metaphor is he is at the edge of this. The sin is ready to snatch him, to cause damage to him any moment if he's not stay alert. But when God say it's crouching outside and you need to master it, and this time Abel could understand, Cain could just think about sin. Maybe God referred to Abel because he kind of knew it's a metaphor, right? And he think probably Abel is just kind of like a sin, kind of like an animal. So maybe sin is an animal, so it crouch outside. What Cain deal with animal? He's a hunter. He's a spear, right? I stab it, I jam it, I punch it, I wrap it, I beat it. That's Cain will do, right? Until the animal surrender, become what? Becomes a farmed dog. So that's the ways you deal with it. Otherwise, Cain can't find a solution to deal with the crouching animal. Because when you need to master the animal, you beat it, you wrap it, you hunger it, and gradually you teach it. Same thing you deal with a dog. And that's the ways Cain wants to deal with his brother Abel, same, So that's what I think. Cain, he mistakenly got from the metaphor, and he applied the method to his brother Abel. And Abel obviously is not a tough enough dog, and Abel never really surrendered. So nope, you surrender? Nope, I'm not surrender. So keep beating until Abel just can't handle it anymore, crash. Then Abel died. Yeah, right here, I think back that time, social position, resource are limited. So people, even between the brother, they still need to fight for it. Yeah, they still need to fight. Same like a dog in a family. I only see brother, dog, sister biting each other, fighting for food, but they're not killing each other. Really hard to see they're killing each other. Maybe human worse than dogs. I just realized my previous opinion regarding Cain, the killing of Abel, I thought was a manslaughter. No, I consider right now after read the Bible more, read the sentence after, I realize I highly think
it could be a premeditated. It's a murder, and because I read that time Sumerian, their culture is pretty high, and their law justice system is very strict. During that time, when Cain asked Abel to the field, which means he didn't want like any witness. Also, another thing is he beat and die. That gives him time to escape from the sin and to have an alibi, because back that time, field has a lot of wild animal, a lot of accident could happen, right? And Cain, he is a hunter. He knew animals' weak spots, bleeding spot, pain spots. He knew it, and he's a farmer. He knows terrain, knows all the place much better than most people. He was a leader. So at this point, I turned my opinion to, I rather consider he is a premeditated murder. It's a homicide. And why God allows such evil things happen? Well, for us, it's a homicide. For God, it's a natural selection, because he used Cain to get rid of Abel. And the Cain actually, even Abel has some kind of the food, the fat, whatever, heavens or God like it. But like it doesn't necessarily means it good for the direction he wants. And even Cain has so much sin, but God talked to him much more than Abel. God even didn't say a word to Abel, because he is the one, just like a name, heir. Everything he will do is heir. Even he has a name in the Bible, he just heir. It means nothing. And even Cain is a sin. Cain has so much sin, but you know what? The direction Cain goes, I believe, is more in God's favor. I still think of this. Otherwise, why God spend that much talk to him and monitor the whole thing, right? So, also another point is, that time I think God had a lot of involvement with human, or should I say, after he's off his CEO position, he got a lot of free time to get close to his people. So that's what I think. Genesis 4:9. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where's your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" God has a very interesting way to start a conversation. To his father, Adam, "Where are you?" Right? Right here. "Where's your brother? Can't you see? Since you are almighty, since you are the God, you shouldn't ask me such simple question, right? And you knew everything. Why you still keep asking?" So one, probably that's his habit. He wants to assess the wisdom through development within the human. Also, another thing is, I still remember God. They use the day, season, months, those time as measurement. So God, he may monitor daytime, nighttime. So maybe he missed the nighttime. I don't know. I just from my guess. Also, right here, I noticed Cain, the ways he answered God is kind of, I don't know. Yeah, that's not to God. That's to some friend, to some peers. So back at that time, God has a very close relationship, or people is not that kind of aware about the relationship between them and God. Maybe just higher, or maybe a little power, but not that kind of dramatic difference. So he said, "I don't know." also the ways he answers, am I my brother's keeper? He's kind of like asking back, right? So we're supposed to be individual, and I'm not his keeper. So, so why you ask me, right? That's the king answer. From here, king is also try to get like a alibi from his crime, because since I'm not his keeper, so whatever happened to him, that's his own responsibility, or someone take responsibility, or he should take his own responsibility, right? So I'm not his keeper. If someone is another person's keeper, they have the responsibility, either 24/7 or either people's life and death, those kind of things you need to take care. But no, I'm not. We are two individual one. So right here, Cain already showed a very strong kind of deviate from what should I say is a new independently from God, because I'm an independent person. I have my independent mission or direction. I have my own responsibility. You know, I'm not the one to take care Abel. I'm not the one adapt to Abel. So you shouldn't ask me. But I'm sure that's God already knew it, but he want to assess how much the development, the wisdom through, or the evil parts or the good parts or whatever, how much they start to develop within the human. It is very interesting. Cain used a rhetorical question to ask God, am I the keeper? The rhetorical question is very, very, should I say, is full of attack. That's the way he's attacking. He's defending himself. It was leading the whole question to a different direction. I remember in the TV show called Friends, that's the old one, Friends, talk about Joey went to the big mansion, right? And friends suggest him to rent this one. Then Joey was laughing. Do you think I'm the one kind of supposed to rent this? Do you think I'm that kind of person? Then his friends just use the rhetorical question and say, "Aren't you hate the forest scene? Aren't you hate the high ceiling? Those kind of." I remember that's kind of a conversation. So then eventually Joey said, "Okay, I rented this one." So that thing make me think. The rhetorical question you can leading a question, and you can psychologically you can set the anchor. So that's a very complicated and a very high level battle between God and Cain. Right here, also Cain, he doesn't want to be a keeper. The keeper is, I need to put him under my protection. I need to manage him. I need to follow him. It also another time showed he's not my man. You guys never assigned this to me at the beginning. We are competitor, right? So it's a very complicated. His emotion showed in the question, rhetorical question. Am I the keeper? No, I'm not the keeper, and we are totally differently. So why you ask me such things? So that's very interesting. He able, and he dared to talk to God with such method that even showed early age human, not necessarily human, or should I say that noble family or royal family, noble family or Adam's family, they have the unique rule, or they have the privilege to talk to God such way. Genesis 4:10. the Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cried out to me from the ground." God didn't directly answer Cain's question, am I the keeper, right? Why? Because you can't answer directly. Oh, you are the keeper. No, I'm not. You aren't the keeper. So why are you asking me? So he has to switch to a different things to directly guide it to the direction he wants. Hey, what have you done? You want to tell me? What have you beat? You beat to death? And listen, he emphasized, you made him bleeding, and your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Means his blood, not just a little stain, his puddle of blood, right? But the point is, why God didn't tell Cain, say, okay, your blood, you killed, you beat to death, right? In previous video, I just realized, back that time, death is not that dramatically impact to early human, because you might go outside, get eaten by the wild animal when missing. You die old or falling asleep, sick, they bury you. But the amount, I think the amount is very small amount. So it can't form a dramatic impact for us to perspectively to understand what is die, what is death. And so such things, people really, it's normal for them. Die is a part of life. It's normal. Nothing really linked to themselves. Just really linked to the death or internal things, whatever. It's nothing really that important at this moment. For them, probably food, resources, those are more important. Also, at the early age, if, like the Bible said, Adam, everybody, they live 900 years, 1,000 years, really long life, right? So they really don't care, don't think about this way. They don't think this way. Yeah. Also, when it says like women increase the pain, the difficulty of give a breeding, but the difficulty is not like from day one, suddenly you really difficult. You get like you could die from give a birth. You have the pain. You gradually. I think at that time, barbarian women is pretty tough. They have a big hip for working, right? And so it's possible is not that dramatic perspective understanding of a death. So God can really use a death to make Cain kind of like to think about it's a series of things. But the bleeding, it's more important. The bleeding is more important, and because based on the medical condition, that time you open wound, you blood, it will like cause a lot of like issue, amputation or lost work labor. So that cause you lost the labor. So that's, I think, bleeding is more important to point out to Cain. Hey, you made him bleeding. You can spank him, you can kick him, you can do something, right? But not make him bleeding. But right now, it's make it important. You point out, listen. Use the word listen. You made a difference. You kind of like you cross the line. You cross the line too much.